I'm going to talk about wraps. Let's go ahead and, actually, your shirt is awesome, so this is perfect for this background, so let's bring you in here. You planned that well. And what is your name?
Amy.
Amy, nice to meet you. I'm Sandy. Thank you for doing this. Your eyes are beautiful, by the way. You match your shirt. Fantastic. Okay. We are going to not switch them because we're going to do more traditional, so we're going to just bring them up. All right, so I'm pretty sure at Creative Live you've never seen anyone shoot this fast, this many things in succession here, going back. Although I guess with models you could technically go back and forth. But I do want to start this segment because we're going to swing into pregnancy session. And Amy, correct? Amy's our model here, so Amy, come on in here. We're going to talk more in this pregnancy session than shoot because here I really want to talk about body types. We're going to cover this in depth later today if we get time for it, but Amy's been gracious enough to come here, so I want to make sure we thank you, Amy. And Amy did a great job. She didn't know it. She matched to the background, and her eyes matched to her shirt, so this is good. So we're not even going to, oh, you do? No, this is perfect. I'm actually going to shoot this as if she were a client that just came in the studio. Very rarely does a client walk in dressed so well. Amy's got great jeans on. In fact, are these pre-pregnancy jeans or are they? They're not. They're maternity jeans. With clients, when I'm working with pregnancy, we actually request that they come in pre-pregnancy jeans and we leave it unbuttoned. It's a lot cuter than that panel there. However, hers is hidden perfectly with this outfit. So with pre-pregnancy jeans, they can button 2 buttons, leave a little bit of it open, and we can have that tummy. Otherwise, if you don't mind flashing that one more time. Otherwise, most pregnancy jeans are this panel here that no matter what you do, if you squish it down, it becomes a big lump of fabric down there, which is not very attractive. You have the perfect body for this, by the way. This is, again, not the norm with pregnant women. She is perfectly petite, and her tummy is straight out, her hips, everything looks great so far. How far along are you?
6 months.
She's 6 months. So that's another good point. She's right at that transition. We ask clients to come in between 7 and 8 months because what our goal is, and if you'll turn sideways, we can show this, we want the tummy to pass the breast line. So that's what we're going for in a pregnancy shot. She just makes the cut. She's also only 6 months. So at 7 months, she'd be just past. Otherwise, when it's fully not past the breast line, depending on the pose, they can just look chunky and not really look pregnant. Unless you keep them this way and say, stick it out, it doesn't really look she doesn't look as pregnant, but she's perfect. So let's just turn you back this way. If she were to come to my studio, if she was at 7 months, I would be half tempted to say come back in 2 more weeks if I could, if it was convenient for her, but we're going to go ahead and go. Now, she, fortunately for me and unfortunately for the world, is an easy body to work with. She has literally perfect proportions. Her arms still look fantastic. Everything's looking really good. We're going to talk about body structure, and we're going to show this a little bit later, but a couple things. When I started photography, and what I see a lot in photography is put your hands on your tummy anywhere. This tends to be the shot that everybody goes for, with pregnancy. So we want to talk about refining this and making her look more feminine. Now, on the Bellies and Babies tour that we did in 2008, people always asked, well, do you have a formula, like the 5 poses for the baby? They always said, do you have a formula for pregnancy? And I said, yeah, I do. I'll show you the poses. And if you turn and face the light, there you go. Put your hand.
Shoes that are better with
They're not even going to show, so you're perfect. One hand down at the bottom of your hip and one hand on top. All right, right up there. And she sees this tiny one hand here. So I would tell them, this is pose number 1. Now switch the hands. That's pose number 2. There's your formula, and that's pretty much, I'm just kidding. And that's honestly the truth. There's no specific formula for posing pregnancy. What we're looking for is showing that she has that roundness in that tummy. I need to confirm, Brandon, did we rebalance the camera? So we are balanced, awesome. A few things to look for. This is in any photography. Right out of the gate, she has sleeves that are covering her wrists. This makes her look wider and heavier. She's cutting at the heaviest point on her hand. All we need to do is pull it up, and we need to remove your watch.
Do you want me just to roll the cuff over?
Actually, you can roll the cuff up once. That would be great. So, and this will be on eBay in just a couple minutes. Just kidding. Celeste has that. Yeah, that we won't lose it, I promise. She has a beautiful ring. Necklaces are always a question. Do they keep them on? Do they keep them off? If it's a personal item to them, we keep them on. This is a beautiful, and it works well with what she's wearing. So I'm not going to request. If it were chunky and big, I would turn to her and I would say, is your necklace important to you? It's a little big. If you want to keep it on, no problem. If not, I'd prefer to take it off. If she says, my husband bought it for me, I will say, you know what, let's do some with it, and would it be okay to take it off? If she says, I'd prefer to keep it on, then it stays on. Most people will go with what you say. So she is perfect body, so to speak. Now what I want to do is I want to take the hand. What we're trying to do is open up and show her shape. Go ahead and do that pose. Pose number 2 again. That's, yeah, you got it. I'm just teasing you. Okay, right there. This is what we see in photography all the time. I'm going to teach you literally 3 things that will change everything about your pregnancy session. We have to separate her arm from her body. So the first thing I'm going to do is have her pull her arm back way up on her hip there. Just by doing that, you can see we now have separation. We've created shape, and I apologize for touching you. Is that okay? You're officially a model now. So we have roundness. So we've got that. Now, we obviously want to see, she's tiny, so we want to see a little bit more here. We want that hand to kind of come up over the top, almost faking it there. So now we have body dimension, but we still have a very stagnant shot. So the last thing, and I'm going to actually test my lights and camera before I make you do the last thing, because I want to actually show you the difference that it makes. So, oh, that's okay. So thanks. I haven't even looked at the light yet, too, so I need to see where it's falling. Because, again, in my studio, I work with studio strobes. There's no extraneous light going on, and so I can actually see where the light is falling and make some good decisions there. I am so, you just came so perfectly ready for this. That's beautiful. Great light. We've got a great kicker. Now, we're breaking a rule already, and let's see who's smart enough to figure out what's wrong here. Did you get it? No? Anyone?
Turn away.
You got it. Tummy away, nose towards the light. Because, so all we're going to do is the same position, turn around this way. Because remember, tummy away is going to give her that shadow, nose towards the light. What we don't want to do is have light way down here. She doesn't need any light down here. The focus is not here. Our kicker light, separator light, is going to light this tummy, the roundness of the tummy. This light, we don't even want it, it's on her face. We don't want it to hit her bottom or anything near that. So right there. So now we have tummy away, nose towards. Let's switch hands. So we're going to switch pose. Pose number 1. Slide it way back. Actually, let's do this in succession. Keep your hand way tight in. Like, this is where I started, even tighter. This is where I started photography. We're going to show you this so that you can actually see it in the stills. Now, I want you to turn your nose towards the light, even a little bit more, and I'm going to have you brush off that bang just a little bit. If you don't mind if I touch your hair, that's okay. Thank you. So I want you to turn. Now I'm going to keep this very stagnant because we're going to go through exactly where I started and where I struggled, and we're going to perfect it. Thank you, my dear. Okay, so nose towards. Let's say I at least knew the tummy away, nose towards. There's a lot of things wrong with this image. So we're going to start with this. This is wrong. And let's just get, just for the fun of it, nose this way. Soft smile, eyes here, beautiful, right there. Good job. We're going to clean it up. So this is the beginning point. Let's make it prettier. We're going to bring that hand way up on the hip. That's going to slim her down and separate her arm from the body. This is still wrong in my opinion, but let's talk through it. So this is fixing the problem. We've got right there. Perfect. My dear, nose towards the light a little bit more. I don't know why I'm perfecting poses that are wrong, but there you go. That's just me. So now we're getting better. Things like this make me crazy, so I'm going to pull that wrinkle down under here. So we're getting closer. The next problem is her body. She's super stagnant. She's just straight. There's nothing really dynamic. We all know about S-curves, that curving of the body to give her a more feminine shape. Hard when you have a belly and you're carrying a basketball, right? But this is the way we solve that problem. If you pop your front knee up and cross it across, or go across your body with it. There you go. Now you see what happened here. This is still not right, but you can see we're starting to create that dynamic S-curve. So now, good girl, little soft smile, just a little bit, breathe through the mouth a little bit. There it is right there. Looking better, but the final piece to perfecting this would be, we're going to arch your back a little bit. We're going to drop your shoulder towards the light. Your nose goes towards the light. There it is, eyes back at the camera. Good, and I want that gorgeous smile. Right there, good girl right there. Look right here and just say, I'm gorgeous. There you go, good girl right there. Eyes at the light for a second. Good. Now just look down at the ground, nose smile. Down, down, down. Your nose goes down. Like you can even just tilt your head this way a little bit more, my dear, right there. And close your eyes for a second. There you go, just like that. Now just open your eyes and look back at me. Beautiful, right there. That's fantastic. Okay, stay there. Don't move. You've just got that hair in the eye, so I'm just going to bring that back so I can perfect that. A lot of times you're going to see me look down. So look down again. The reason I'm doing that, turn your chin towards the light a little bit more. Extend your chin out a little bit more. Very good. Look down, and now I want you to look back at me. See what happens? Now just bring your chin up and look at me and look at the difference between these two. That's just her looking at me, which is pretty, but now again, stick your chin out, look down, you're faking, looking all the way straight down, nose down a little bit more, and just your eyes come back. There it is. That's gorgeous. So you see how that's a little more dramatic in her neck? Her neck's a little more stretched. So this is simply the simplest way to take a pregnant woman and to get the dynamic bodies. Now, there's a million things we could do to her. She's not in an outfit that I would have her leaning and arching, but the more things you can come up with, just for fun, we'll do a couple. You have to, again, pretend like this is a fabric wrap or a nude or something like that. Let's talk about nude first.
I have a tank top that shows it really good.
Oh, you do?
If you wanna
Okay.
try that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just pop. That'll actually look good on here, so let's just pop that off. There you go. Ta-da. Need music for this? Come on, guys. Very good. Okay, thank you. So, yeah, that's perfect. Okay, let's pretend like she has her top off. So now we're going to, let's do what traditionally, face forward, and this is kind of what photographers used to usually, when I started, I'm not picking on anyone, but when I started, just wrap your arms like this. This was sort of the how to solve that problem. But you can see what you've done is not helped her at all. That doesn't look attractive. I'm going to photograph it just for the sake of the training purposes. So we have, there it is right there. Not very attractive. She's not looking very pregnant because she's facing forward. And this does not look nice at all, especially if she were bare-chested. Honestly, you can't tell the difference between her breasts and her elbows. So to soften that up, there are a lot of ways we can do this. We can use one arm to wrap around, just across, because we're only covering certain parts. And the second arm, she can touch here. You can just bring it in gently here. We don't want to ever see the back of the hand, so we'd want to see the wrist, just so you can touch the side of your face. You can bring your hands up a little tighter. So we just have to make sure that she's covering herself across the top and look down that way. Good. You can even pull up and grab the back of your neck if you like. Now, if she's covered, we can exaggerate it even more. So now you can bring your hands. Let's get you in the right position. Tummy this way, actually, face out. And let's take one step back right there, just one step back right there. So now, let's say she has a tube top on, which we're going to show you in a second. Now we can open it up a lot more. Now we can bring your hands up, so just bring them up above your body. We don't want to see this, so we might bring this arm across the body here and just have her hold on to that. And you're going to be arching, and your nose is going back that way, a little separation here. Do you see that? How she's just becoming very feminine. Pop that knee up again, turn it away from here. Now we're getting these feminine curves. I can use this elbow if I have to cover things if I need to, but we can start molding the body. We tell pregnant women, and we're very careful, we tell them it's kind of like being in yoga. You have to be very careful. Stay in that position. I'm going to catch a shot of that just so that we can kind of show body dynamics. Knowing that clothing is not necessarily perfect. Okay, arch everything, nose back towards the light. Good, right there. Separation between your hand. And again, outfit not right, pose right. Really torque your nose towards that light. Good. Look down at the ground, arch your back a little bit more. Push that tummy out, nose way, way down, almost to your shoulder. There it is. Eyes back at me. Good, right there. And there's a little more drama for you. Nose back to the light a little tiny bit more. Good. In fact, look into the middle of the light right there. Good. And just quietly say, hi, light. There you go. Just relaxing her face a little bit. You got it. Okay, so that's just simple. Now we're going to talk about fabric wraps. You're doing great. Thank you, my dear. And this. Okay. We buy billions and trillions of miles of fabric, and we always cut up what we call a bra top, just a little top. Helen makes these little, she just makes little buttons and puts ties on them and creates these little closures. I typically, with my work, just make a knot and a natural knot, and then that way I can do that, but it just depends on, how you, Helen, we're very different in the sense of the way we finesse things. So I'm just going to leave her little button on here. Now, we're going to keep you dressed. But basically, I just want you to take that and make yourself a little bra here. So we're just going to, and then I'm going to wrap it around you. It looks really cool. Okay, so we just make these so that we can tie them on. Sorry, and I know you probably feel ridiculous, but you can see we have a bra now. This didn't cost anything, and it was very easy to do. Now, this is sort of the creme de la creme. People are always asking, how do you do the whole fabric sweepy kind of thing? I'm going to show you some magic. I don't know how many feet of fabric this is. Could I get that background switch so I can get a couple shots? Actually, you know what? You have a nude bra on. If we can hide you back behind something, would you mind taking the shirt off? Are you comfortable with that? Because typically, there's no reason we can't shoot this right and give her some beautiful images. So let's get her hidden. If we can get some ladies just to put up a curtain, please. We're doing da-da-da-da music for that too. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. I only need 3/4, so yeah, we're good. All right, so we're going to actually have her change. So if you guys want to hold this up, watch magic. Do you mind if I'm back here so I can help you out real quick? Yeah, I'm going to help you untangle. So we're covered. So I'm going to undo you here. Can somebody grab this side just so that I can help her real quick? Da-da-da-da. Quick changeroo. So just take your top off And then what we're gonna do is put this over your bra, and then we're gonna have you take off your straps of your bra and just kind of tuck them under it. Yeah, we're good. Just tie her up there. Thank you. I'm so sorry to make you do such a...
No, I don't mind.
We just had extra babies show up today, and we're partying hard. So just take these straps and tuck them down. You can just take them off, and we'll hide them in the bra.
I see.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So, sorry, we're gonna get friendly. There you go. Want to go out to dinner tonight? All right. Now, do you mind being seen like this?
No.
Good deal. Okay, ladies, you can pull that away.
won't
That wasn't too painful.
You don't put them on the internet or anything.
Oh, you know what? Wait, she's not tied. Yeah. Oh no. Actually, I mean the show. We're not going to be putting them on the internet, but you do know the show is being recorded, correct? Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Just want to confirm. Okay. So what we've done is we've created. Let's get that background up, Brandon, if you can. All right. Let's get. Oh, I love your jeans, by the way. Holy cow, those are so cute. Oh my gosh, how'd you get Joe's jeans? Where were they when I was having babies? Good heavens. Okay, let me step out of the way. We're cool. All right, my dear, turn back around, Miss Amy. So now she's there. The only thing I would work on is a little bit of this fuzziness. I would tuck that in, or I would have her tuck it in, but it's not critical. If you can come stand right back up here again. There's no reason, I didn't want to rush her through this and not show you the difference. I mean, her body is beautiful. So we have the maternity pants. Whenever I do this, the fabric wraps, I don't have my clients take off their pants. So for you guys out there who are going, can I photograph pregnant women? My pregnant women are never naked. I mean, I can do nudes, but the majority of people who come in who want fabric wraps do not want nudes. They want to be covered. So this is a great way to do it because I would tell her how to tie her. I would have her tie that on herself. I'm going to have you just tuck that under your jeans, or just, down as low as you can go. And now I can show you how to do this, and we can get her a couple of really nice shots before I have to finish. I don't want a lot of clamps on her body. I don't want things, because you know if you put a clamp, you're going to have an orange tag coming out of her bottom. So I'm going to show you a magic trick, if you can turn around and face that way. We take the end of the fabric. I'm going to take it here. I have one end. I have the continuous fabric here. And I make an awesome little knot. So I'm giving all the secrets away. This is not fair. All right, we have a knot. We tuck it. We have a cute little bottom. Good. Now we've got this cool little sweepy fabric-y thing. Pretty cool, huh? All right, and no clamp and no anything else. I don't have to do a single other thing. Now turn your tummy back towards me if you don't mind. We're going to put you back. Make sure your subject is in the exact spot you want her to be in before you wrap her up. So turn all the way this way. You are so cute. This is great. All right, and here we go. Go ahead and lift your toe for a second. So I technically, if I was just doing 3/4, can shoot this as is, which is no problem. I'm going to wrap it for you just so that you can see it. This is a lot of fabric, so we're going to do some hurling here. All right, I need one clamp.
So we can have a wide stance. Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit wide so you don't fall over. All right, we're just going to pull the rest. I need a clamp. Just a stable people. Yeah, really? All right, I need a clamp. It's okay if I don't have one, I can tuck it. Just don't move your knees for now. So yeah, it is slippery fabric, so it could slide, but you're just not going to move. Actually, bend this knee. Let's get that curve going there even a little bit more. You can just wiggle it out there. It's actually not going to show. I'm going to turn her body back. There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't want to see this clamp, so I'm going to go up and under the fabric. Without pinching the subject's leg is important. There you go. Now we've hidden the clamp. I can do a full sweep. I'm not going to shoot a full sweep because of this ground, but I need it actually spread way out so that we can sort of, if you can get it filled here, I might be able to get all the way down to her toes if I can get that. Okay. You are awesome. So just like we did before, hand here pulled back. Good. You got it. Hand on the top. Good. Nose back. Now, this seems like I'm doing the same pose over and over, which I technically am. In the studio, we would have her. I'm going to show you a whole series of stills later of all the different poses we can come up with. This is about body dynamics and working with a pregnant body. So same thing, nice and tall. We're going to turn your body this way. Let's get your nose back towards the light. We're just going to do that same series one more time and give her something that she can have that's a little more unique. Okay, cross that leg over, nose that way. All right. That's beautiful. Let me just check that kicker. Okay, and I'm going to need my ladder for a second. Beautiful. So we have that nice shadow. If you're looking at the still, you see that nice shadow here, which is exactly what I want. I don't want light here. I want that will slim her down. Even though she's tiny, I'm going to give her a little light just to fill it in, but I don't want too much. I'm going to go that way with it. All right, I'm gonna bring this up a little bit. I just want her eyes. So really dramatic, we're gonna torque, we're gonna pop that leg across and you're gonna twist that shoulder. Very feminine line, you're gonna drop your shoulder that way, looking right here. Good, to start, just keep your eyes right up here. Ah, that's beautiful. Okay, right there, a couple shots. Nice and soft smile. Good, thank you, right there, beautiful. Eyes into the light now, beautiful. That's gorgeous. Now look down at the floor again, all the way down, like you let your chin come down, there it is. Turn your nose towards your shoulder again, a little bit more. There it is right there. It's a little dramatic, her hair fell over her eyes, but just open, chin up a tiny bit and eyes at me. It just goes like kind of the drama, a little shadow on the eye, that's really pretty. Now just take your own hand and kind of pull it back. And when you pull it back, look into that light, just kind of torque your body that way. So just do that one more time. Good, right there. Now there it is right there. Good girl. Now go ahead and let's pretend like you're topless. So we're gonna take your hands and instead of crossing them like this, we just want real soft butterfly arms. So just kind of nice little fingertips, there you go, just like that. Now just torque and drop that shoulder again. Good, nose goes back towards the light again. Doing a great job, thank you, my dear. Nose, chin towards your shoulder again, there it is. She's getting dramatic over there, she's got it. Pop that knee a little bit more and arch your back. Let's pop that curve, there it is, eyes here. Good, right there. And now look down that way for a second. Beautiful. And now look up at me. I want a soft smile. A little bit of breathing through the mouth right there. Good girl. That's gorgeous. Okay, that's fantastic. All right, we are going to let her go so we can get some of these babies in. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you so much. That's it. Painless.